Hello. Hello, everybody. Okay, I wanted to talk about something that might be taboo. Even the title of this kind of brings up a lot of energy. And the reason I wanted to bring it up is because I just discovered this thing in my world that I didn't even know was here that brought up a lot of stuff for me. Hello. Nice to see you here, Malini. Beautiful name. Okay, so are you willing to take money? Are you willing to take money from people? Hi, Leonie. Hello. I was, the other day I was exploring, I've been exploring the energy of money a lot lately. I've been exploring the physicality of money, what it brings. I've just been kind of like experimenting with some things, and this kind of thought came up. And so sometimes our thought processes, yes, taking money, what the fuck is that? Says Leonie. I'm going to show it. Yeah. What is that exactly? So it's really valuable to be aware of the thoughts that come up. One, usually they're not yours, but also they can indicate stuff that might be going on in your world that you're not even aware of. So I was just doing some energy pulls, as I like to do, and I was pulling energy through people. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to pull money to me and create some money miraculousness. And so I started to pull money as though money was just coming magically from the universe or from like some kind of dimension or different reality. Okay. I'm not saying that it can't come from there. But what I noticed is that I wasn't pulling money from people. So then the thought came up where, whoa, well, I wouldn't want to take their money. So how many of you have had that energy or been around someone that has that unwillingness to take money? Hi, Dr. Aiton. Hello. So nice to be in your space. We're talking about taking money. So growing up, I had a lot of people that took my money. I was always kind of like, loved the energy of money. So for birthdays or Christmases, whenever I received any sort of cash, I would just keep it. And people would always say, well, what are you saving for? As though that would be the only reason not to spend your money, is if you're saving for something. And I'm like, I don't know. I just like having money. I just like it around. And then somehow someone would either steal my money or take my money or convince me that I needed to give them my money. It was an ongoing thing. John says, I will take their money. Yes. So here I am, years later. I'm an adult and I'm doing these energy pulls, and I notice that I'm pulling from everywhere but from people. Because I didn't want to take advantage of people, and I didn't want to take their money as though that was going to give them, like, that was going to deplete them of their money. Like Benjamin's 100. Yes. Hi, Lissa. So is that true? So I'd ask myself, is that true? If I pulled, and I'm very good at pulling energy. How many of you are very, very good at pulling energy? And you know that you pull energy so well that if you were to pull the energy of money from people, that you would get it. So then that's when I got uncomfortable, and that's when all these thoughts came up, these belief systems that I didn't even know were still running in the back of my mind, because I didn't like that people took money from me. So I didn't want to take money from people. But if I don't take money from people, then how does my business grow? If I don't receive money, how does my business grow? And really what we're talking about in Access is receiving money. It's not the give and take reality. But for a lot of us, receiving money can feel like taking money. So if you do, and so in Access, we do Access Consciousness. If any of you are new to Access Consciousness, it's a set of tools and techniques that can really just change anything. And that's what I like to do in my business with my clients and in my programs. And one of the things that they show us are these energy pulls. And sometimes I like to play with a particular energy or vibration, like the vibration of gold or the vibration of money or cash. And now I'm looking at actually being willing to pull it from people. And it's actually really through people, because it's not like from them to you, like you're exactly what I said before, depleting them. It's actually if there was infinite money, if the energy of money was limitless, and you pulled it through people, just like pulling energy through people, then you're pulling from their back, you're pulling energy through them to you, not depleting their bank account into your bank account. Do you notice these differences here? But I had to clear this for myself because I didn't even know that this was something in my world until this energy came up, and lower my barriers. Yeah. Okay, so how many of you have misidentified and misapplied receiving money, pulling money, the need and tug with money as taking someone's money, and depleting someone's money, and everything that is? Silly when you just trade it, grade it. Right, wrong, get a mad, pock and pot, all 9 shorts, boys, man. So that's the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. If you want more information on that, if you've never heard those words before, you can go to www.theclearingstatement.com and get more information on that. Alyssa says, me, yeah, it was so much easier. And just look at this for you. Is it easier to, like, you know, you're doing your visualization, you're doing your energy pull, whatever that is, that you, however you like to play with energy, and you're like, I'll just pull money from all over the universe. Oh, it's so easy because it's just this intangible thing. But if I pull money through from people, it's very tangible. They're putting their cash into my hands, and I am now receiving it. Corinne says, yes, and Cass is so grateful for me. I had no idea how strong this was for me. Me neither, until like a week ago or something. I was like, whoa, wow. So how many of you have this? I want to give more to people than I receive from them so that you don't deplete their bank account. Right, wrong, get a bad, talk about all 9 shorts, boys, meows. You know what? They have choice. They have choice whether or not they deplete their bank account. You're not the God of all the people. Even if you are that powerful at pulling, even if you are that much of a magnet for money and gold and wealth and cash. And what if the more that you actually pulled from actual people, the more money you pulled, the more their bank account filled up? Did you ever consider that it was a gift for you to receive someone's money? Ooh, wow. So everywhere you bought that it wasn't a gift and it was going to take something from them, it was going to deplete them, create stress and strain in their life. Will you distrain and create it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all 9 shorts, boys, and meows. You know, money's an interesting thing. And I say taboo because a lot of people don't like to talk about money. Or they have like some weird stuff. You could talk about it in this way, kind of, but don't like really talk about it in this way. I always thought it was weird that like I would be wondering like, oh, how much money do you make a month? And you're like, you're not supposed, I was told you're not supposed to ask people that. I'm like, oh, why? I don't get it. There's so many energies and judgments and rights and wrongs and things tied into money, receiving money, taking money, almost stealing money. I think some of us really have this sense that if you were to pull the energy, if you were to pull money from people to you, that you'd be stealing their money. So everywhere you misidentified and misapplied that pulling money from people and through people would be stealing their money, will you distrain and create it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pod, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So, money, money, money. There, I said it. So what if actually pulling money from people is one of the greatest gifts you can give them? Yeah, Crean says, wow. And Leonie says, yes, stealing money. So is it stealing money? That which is true for you is always going to be light, expansive. That isn't true for you, or if there's a lie attached, it's going to be a little contractive. It's going to, yeah. But Cass says that's crazy. Exactly. So if taking money, me and my little sister sometimes end up playing this game. We'll be hanging out and then we'll just go to give someone money and we're like, here, just take it. So what if, how many people on this planet would be so grateful if you just took their money? Just take it. Because you know what? They're going to deposit that money somewhere. And they might deposit it in a place where contribution doesn't exist. And when I say contribution, I mean gifting and receiving. Okay. They might be in a give and take universe so that they deposit their money in those that are willing to take from them. And then they just do that. They take that money. But truth, if you receive money from people, isn't an activation of contribution. Do they get to receive even more than you took? Ooh, yeah. And when you give money, what if you were willing to receive more than you paid for? I'll give you my bank account. Deposit it right into my bank. Yeah. Yeah. So what gift of taking money have you been truly and totally refusing that you could be choosing, that if you would choose it, would expand the realities and the financial realities of everyone that you took from? And anything that doesn't allow that, we just train and create it. Right, wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So I remember coming to Access Consciousness. Again, that's a set of tools and techniques that I talk about. I'm an Access Consciousness certified facilitator. And I remember even my first bars class was, at the time, way back in the day, it was $200. And I was like, oh my God, $200. Like, I had to justify that $200 so much. And then my first foundation class was in the thousands. I'd never spent that much money on myself before. Again, I had to find all these justifications. But you know what got created is that when I had to pay for these classes, I had to generate more money than I was used to generating, and I was giving it to someone else. I was giving it to the facilitator, or I was giving it to Access the company in some way. Every time I gave money, every time I have given money for an Access Consciousness class in the last almost 9 years, it has more than replenished my bank account. And every time I acknowledge that, my bank account gets bigger too. So the gift of Access having these classes that you have to pay for, and some of them are more money than I ever thought I would pay for something. It has gifted me more than I've ever paid for. And that's that contribution, because it functions from total contribution. So what if you actually truly function from total contribution, and all the money that you're willing to take from people gifts them a possibility that they might not get anywhere else? People are going to spend their money. They are. I've had people be like, I can't afford your class. I can't afford this. It's too much. I'm like, okay, cool. And then they'll text me the next, couple days, like, oh my God, yeah, I'm just at this restaurant and having like the best time. And they've spent like $200. They've spent more than what the class was on a dinner. Really? You can't afford the class that's going to change your life, but you can afford a $200 dinner with wine and all the things. Okay, cool. They're going to spend their money anyways. What if you were willing to take it? So anything, whether it's yours, whether it's not yours, whether it's secret and hidden, anything that keeps you from taking money from anyone that's willing to gift it to you, give it to you, and anything else, would you be willing to destroy and create all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, Leonie says, utterly refuse it. Time to turn that around. Oh, hi. Hi, Emily. This is what I meant to highlight. Choice. I will have my wine with my side of money. I love that so much. Yeah. Yeah, and I realized that I was in my desire to be kind, I didn't want to take money from people because I didn't feel like it was kind when people took my money. But that was actually a very different energy. So I'm now sensing the gift and the kindness and the caring that it takes to be willing to take people's money, to receive people's money. And what else is possible from there? Dr. Aitin, yes, this is new for me. What else is possible? Yes. Well, thank you, everyone. I really wanted to have this conversation because this just came up so kind of abruptly in, in my life. And I got it would be a contribution to share it with other miraculous people that are looking to have more joy with money, more miraculousness with money in their life. I have a telecall series coming up that I would love to invite you to. If this sounds kind of yummy and you'd like a little bit more of this, it's called Money Miraculous. We're gonna have some calls on Zoom. We're gonna do energy pulls, and we're gonna pull money from people. We're gonna pull gold from all sorts of places. Yeah, Leonie, where can we learn more about this? Let's if someone there we go. Thanks, Alyssa. There's a link. If you guys want to explore more, I would love to have you there. I would love to have people willing to have miraculousness with money, willing to have this ease with money. Jump on here with us because we're going to create some waves of change for humanoids. I sense it so dynamically, and it'd be really fun to do that with you. We're also going to have some challenges. We're going to have some prizes. And if you're not ready to take that leap right now, that's okay. And I would invite you though to ask for money miraculous. However that shows up for you, whatever's light for you. Yeah. Because the miraculous piece is that it's like a miracle. But that's what you are. You are a miracle. And allowing money into your life might be the miracle you've been looking for. Because money truly can show up as if by magic. Queen says, I'm ready for more money ease for sure. How easy can it get? Yeah. How easy, how relaxing, how orgasmic, how joyful, how playful, how pleasurable can it be? And how much more miraculous can we allow ourselves to be with money? You are so welcome. We start September 1st. I'm sure I'll end up doing another Facebook Live or two before that. So I'll see you here, or hopefully I'll see you in there. Thanks, everyone. Have a most miraculous day playing with magic and taking from everyone and everywhere. Bye for now.